Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Today I have a collab video for you. I have collabed with wonderful nursing students and nurses here on the YouTube platform to do a nursing student or nurses tag. I'm going to leave all of their links down below. Make sure you go visit their channels and their videos and let them know I sent you. If you like these types of videos, thumbs up, subscribe, stay a while, and keep on watching.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Okay, so I have been more than fortunate to get a great group of people, like-minded individuals like myself, to do a collab and a tag. So in this tag, we're going to be giving you just a little bit of personal information on our view of nursing school or nurses, the nursing industry in general, just to give you a little bit of a, this is why we are here, this is what we are doing, and this is what we want to do in the future. Just kind of like an intro of getting to know us a little bit better. I'm hoping in the future we will be doing more collabs. I want to be able to create a community of nurses that are, I'm thinking in Spanish, so that word means more encouraging, more like uplifting, a community of uplifting and just being there for each other, as opposed to nurses eat their young mentality. I really want to have a community where we can all feel safe and just vibe off of each other and just have a positive space in which we can freely discuss topics, you know, life experiences, what you're going through. Just somewhere where we can just be us. Because not only are we nurses, but we're human too. So we're going to go ahead and get started in this tag. Okay, so I have my phone with my questions on here. And question number 1 is, where are you at in your nursing school journey? So for me, I am in my 3rd semester. I have 6 semesters all in, well, not 6 semesters, 5 semesters in my program. It's an ASN program, and there's 6 nursing, so like nursing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 and 6 are together. 6 is our preceptorship, so I'm halfway through. A little more than halfway actually. I'm in my OB and Peds rotation right now, and yeah, I'm loving it. I have really found where I think I want to be, so that's where I'm at. I will be finishing in December of this year. So super exciting. It's how many more months? 10 months? 10 months? Right? Yeah, 10 months. Seems like so far away, but it seems like it's gone by so fast. So hopefully December I will be graduated, and my plan is to take my NCLEX February 1st. Okay, so number 2 is, what program are you in or have completed? I am in an ASN RN program, so it's Associates of Nursing program. My school does offer a bridge program into a university for your BSN, so I will probably go ahead and bridge over and do a BSN as soon as I sit for my NCLEX. And just go ahead and get that done and out of the way. It is all online. So currently I'm in my ASN Associates of Nursing RN, and my hope is to be a BSN RN nurse. Okay, question number 3. Why did or do you want to become a nurse? So for me, nursing has never been something that I wanted to do. I've always naturally been a person of service, like just caring for others, which can be my Achilles heel because sometimes I lack care in myself because I'm caring for others. But for some reason, something has been pulling me and pulling me and pulling me to do nursing. I've been in several situations where I act like quickly without thinking. I'm quick on thinking on my feet, and the medical community has always really grasped my attention. I used to watch like Doogie Howser. Do you guys remember him? I used to watch ER, and I just love that stuff. Like, I find it fascinating. I find the human body fascinating, and I'm kind of a Jill of all trades. I kind of do a little bit of everything. I mean, I do photography. I'm very crafty. You know, I'm a mom, so just being a mom is enough. I dabble in a lot of different areas of the arts, and it's just something that I'm just adding to my list of things that I know how to do. And my kids are growing. They're gonna be out of the house, you know, by the time I know it. So I want to be able to put my energy into something else and feel like I'm making a difference in someone else's life, because that's what I've been doing my whole life, is just making a difference in someone else's life. And it's fulfilling, like it fulfills my soul. So that's what I wanna do. Okay, so question number 4. When was your aha moment in nursing school? Like a moment you realized like you wanted to be a nurse. Okay, so I have a few aha moments. I had an aha moment last semester in med-surg where a patient had cancer and his wife was staying with him, and you could tell that she was just so sad and distraught, but he was always trying to uplift her and, you know, love on her, and just to be able to see that connection between the patient and their spouse and be a part of that and be able to provide, you know, optimal care, letting her know that her husband was being taken care of well and with respect, and how grateful she was of us being able to do that was very, very touching, and like could make me cry if I think about it too much. My other ha-ha moment was last week in my OB rotation. I got to see a vaginal delivery, which was amazing, and being a part of someone's life in that pivotal moment of, you know, bringing life into the world, and like being able to hug the parents and announce that the baby was a girl, like it brought so much joy to me. Like I literally, the mom was crying and I was about to lose it, like, but I had to, you know, regain my composure. But it just solidified that, you know, I'm making a difference in someone's life, and that is my ultimate goal. Okay, number 5, how do you stay motivated? Sometimes this is easier said than done. I believe first semester I was more motivated than I am this semester. I'm kind of in a rut as far as motivation is concerned. Like I really, you know, I'm doing my best, but not my best. Does that make sense? Like this semester is real kind of chill, so I don't feel like the urgency. But I need to change that, because I need to be urgent always, right? So sometimes it's really difficult to just stay on track and stay on task and to be motivated to study, but I have to think about my end goal, and the only way that I'm going to get there is with hard work and determination. And if I don't put in the work, I'm not going to get there. So sometimes I just need to pull away, regroup, and refocus. And like I said, sometimes it's easier said than done. Sometimes I really need to focus on my family life to bring me back to where I am, like in a good mental health space. Spend time with my children. It brings me joy. Do things that you love so that you can, you know, really get back on the grind. Like that's my key. That's the key for me, is spending time with my loved ones, knowing that what I'm doing is for them so that they can have a beautiful life, that I can provide a college education to them. And while I'm doing that, I'm changing people's lives, and I'm you know, fulfilling what I want to do while also being able to provide for my family in a way that I haven't been able to always be able to provide for them. And to be able to provide you guys great content in my experience is, again, it's very fulfilling. And so that is how I try to stay motivated. Just remember why I'm doing this. That's what I do sometimes. Like, okay, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? You know, just self-talk and just using my nursing school friends to, you know, keep me on the right track and just keep me motivated. And you know, sometimes Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's really hard, but you guys can do it. I promise you can do it. If I can do it at 36 years old, you can do it, I promise. Question number 6. Have you ever failed a nursing school exam or skills checkoff, and how did you feel about it? And what did you do differently? Okay, so I have not failed a nursing school exam. I've been close, but I haven't failed a nursing school exam. Failing in my program is a 73. No, sorry, a 76. If you have a 77% or 77, yeah, 77%, you are passing. If you fall below that, so 76.9, you are failing. So I have never failed a nursing school exam, but I have failed a checkoff. I did fail my vitals checkoff in nursing 1. That was absolutely traumatizing. Literally, that was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to do this. It's not worth the stress for me. I went to a 3rd attempt. Believe it or not, I went to a 3rd attempt. I did tutoring, and I just couldn't get the blood pressure. The blood pressure just was, I couldn't get it. I don't know why. It was just I would get the systolic, but not the diastolic, and it was just so, I think my nerves, you know, were really played a huge part in that. And I went to a 3rd attempt, and there was 2 professors there, and I literally came out of the room crying after that attempt. But I passed, so I told my higher being, I was like, if this is meant to be, I will pass. And I did, so this is what I'm supposed to do. So that was my little kick in the butt saying, you know, this is where you're supposed to be, so we're gonna keep you here. So yes, very traumatizing, but don't be scared. You guys can do it. If you get to a 2nd attempt, just practice, 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 practice. If you get to a 3rd attempt, you know, just take it seriously and know that, you know, this is like life or death as far as nursing school is concerned. And so just be professional, take it seriously, and just hone in on those skills. Practice, practice, practice. Take, you know, blood pressure on everybody. But yeah, it just takes lots of practice. And can I tell you that I've mastered that skill? No, because in the hospitals we use the BP machines. So it's a skill that you're always gonna have to keep learning and keep developing. So yeah, it's, whew, that semester just, I have like 4 flashbacks from that semester, but I passed, so thank God. Okay, question number, hold on, let me get back to my questions. Okay, so question number 7, how do you stay organized? So what I've done in the past semesters is I printed all of my PowerPoints, but that's just so much paper that I felt like I was drowning in paper. So this semester, I'm really utilizing technology to keep me focused. I do have a tablet that I use. It's a Microsoft Surface, and I pull my PowerPoints into my folder for the week, and anything corresponding, any correspondence from the professors, I keep saved in my Canvas, because we use Canvas, and I just really organize that. And then I also have a calendar, a paper calendar that I use. I don't want to show you my calendar because it has a lot of personal information on it, but I'll go ahead and put my calendar template here, and I'll go ahead and leave a link down below where you can grab that if you want to use it. I have all the dates and times of my classes, as far as where they are, when they are, what they are, and also skills and lab days, and also clinical days and times. So I really usually utilize that. That is like my master plan sheet. It tells me where I'm going, when I'm going, and what I need. So scaling down and not printing everything off has really helped me keep me organized, because I'm carrying less, I'm, you know, handling less, everything's in one area. So that really helps me stay organized. I do not use a planner. I feel like having a planner is too much work for me right now. Like, I don't need that. I really need to minimize and put everything in one spot. I do have like a family calendar online that I use. So all my nursing school times and dates are there, so my husband and my family know where I'm at, when I'm at, where I'm at, for how long I'm at, and all that good stuff. And we have our appointments and all that good stuff. So I keep, you know, personal stuff separate, but my family knows where I'm gonna be and when I have school, and then I have all my assignments and everything on a paper calendar that I keep in my binder, and also have in my phone here, so I can just pull up the picture and say, this day I'm doing this lecture, make sure I have it saved, and I'm good to go. So just really downsizing and not printing everything off has really helped, because I used to print every lecture, and some of these lectures would be like 40, 50 pages, and I'd put multiple slides on the lecture, and it was just a mess. Now I do all of my notes in the note portion of my PowerPoints, and then I just go ahead and review all of that before an exam. So that really, really helps. Question number 8. What are your 5 must-haves in nursing school or supplies you feel like you need? So obviously you need the standard, you know, blood pressure cuff, stethoscope, and pen light. I'll leave all of my the stuff that I have linked below, but I'm gonna go ahead and be a little different. I'm gonna tell you what I think really helps me stay on task and motivated, and not the traditional like nursing school pen light stuff like that. So 5 things. You need a binder. Obviously you need a binder. And how I divide my binder up is by test. So I have OB test 1, OB test 2, OB test 3. So any pamphlets or anything like that I get from my clinical instructors or my professors, I have a folder and I can just pop that in there. And any handwritten notes that I may have taken, I'll go ahead and pop that in there. And then when I'm reviewing my PowerPoint on my Surface, I'll go ahead and pull that out and then just use whatever loose leaf papers I have used. And then I also have my calendar in there. So my calendar that I designed is number 2. This calendar is amazing. It just looks clean, simple, and it's just keeps me on task, tells me where I'm going, when I'm going, and all that good stuff. Number 3, tons of highlighters. Tons of highlighters. I mean, as you can see, I have tons of highlighters, like lots of highlighters. Not in this semester, because I'm not really using my book this semester, but last semester and the semester before. Sharpie, I should have invested in stocks, because I use that highlighter like crazy. And I also use a highlighter for like my calendar, so it's like test dates. I highlight that, make sure that's important. My study plan, highlight that, make sure that's important. So highlighters are definitely a must. My 3rd thing that I would say is vitamins. Vitamins, take your vitamins. I've been so sick this last 7 months. Take vitamins. Take emergency. Make sure you have that on hand. Make sure you carry some medicine with you. You're gonna get headaches. You want to try to stay healthy, because sometimes we're, you know, on the go and we can't grab a good breakfast. So make sure you stay healthy. Take vitamins. Take your zinc. What else? Emergency. That stuff is like life-changing. What are we on? Number 4? We're number 4. Obviously you need pens, right? But I'm picky with my pens. Like, I like certain pens. I don't know, do I have one here? I do. These are my favorite pens. They're the Pentel RSVP pens. These are my favorite. They're fine point. I love how it writes. And if you have a pen that you love how it writes, it just says it makes you happy. So make sure you find, you know, pens and markers and pencils that you love to write with, because it sucks when you have a pen that just doesn't work. It's just one of those things that I like to indulge in. It's just a really nice, good writing pen that I enjoy. Okay, number 5. Number 5. What else can I tell you that you guys need? Number 5. Let me think. What else? Okay, so number 5, you need a good backpack. For me, my first 2 semesters, I had books that were this thick. So I used a rolling backpack. I'll link it down below, and I'll put a picture right here so you can take a look. I love this backpack. It's big, it's roomy, there's tons of compartments in it. If you like paper and you like to print out your PowerPoints, this is perfect. There's tons of room in it. I took it everywhere with me. It's easy to roll, very smooth. It's a little bit pricey, but remember, you're investing in your education. This year I'm just using one of my old school backpacks because all I'm carrying really is my Surface Pro and a couple pens. I actually don't even really need a backpack, but you know, you gotta be prepared because I have to have my medicine, I have to have my pens and my highlighters, and I have to have, you know, tissues for those days that I'm sick, because I'm always sick nowadays. And so it's good to be able to have a backpack that has lots of compartments. I think that's really vital. So if you are looking for a backpack, I'll link it below. Just get something that is sturdy and that, you know, it's gonna last you a long time, because you'd be surprised how often you're rolling that backpack in and out of Starbucks when you have an exam the week, you know, after next. So a good rolling backpack is very, very important. So those are my top 5 supplies that you don't really think about. You know, you think about the stethoscope and the pen light and the blood pressure cuff, but this little things that make me happy, those are the 5 little things that make me happy. Okay, so question number 9. Where do you see working as a new nurse, or where are you working currently in as a nurse? I see myself working in women's health. That's where I feel most comfortable. Right now, I do have my peds rotation, like I said, next week or the week after next. So I'm kind of just seeing where I fit, and I think that's why, you know, really taking advantage of your clinicals to see where you fit is really important to be able to see where you want to be in the field, because you can be anywhere in the field of of medicine, and there's so many opportunities for nurses to be able to be a part of the medical community that it's so diverse. And you can go work in a dialysis office, you can work in a regular, you know, physician's office, you can work in surgical, you can work in med surg, you can work in women's health, you can work at a urologist, you can work at, you know, ENT. It's just, there's so many different places that you can work that use your clinicals to really see where you want to go. Okay, so number 10, what is the best one piece of advice you can give a new baby nursing student? So my best advice is that you're gonna feel like a failure, and that is okay. And it is okay to fail. It's what you do after that that is important. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, get back on that horse, girl or guy, because if this is what you really want, don't stop. Keep going. Even if you fail nursing school, find other avenues. Go to LPN school, then bridge over to RN, CNA, then LPN, then RN. However you gotta get there. It may take a little longer, and it may take some adjusting and, you know, finding different ways that work best for you. Nursing school is not for everybody. I don't think it's for me, but I'm doing it, and I am proof that you can too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That will wrap up the collab. Make sure you go visit my friends down in the comments below and let them know I sent you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.